The Pinball Enterprise, and sometimes I get questions on why do I call it the Pinball Enterprise, and to my understanding it's going to sit on top of a custom Star Trek pinball machine, something like that. The way I drew it, that's the way I understand it. So that's going to be looking slick. Can't wait to get it done, and hopefully I will get pictures of what it looks like sitting on top of a pinball machine. So anyway, it's going to be that's why I call it the pinball machine. The Pinball Enterprise, because it's going to sit on top of a pinball machine. Anyway, this is going to probably be a little boring for a while, and that's putting on the decals. The Activation decals, they go on really good. You just have to cut them out, dip them in water, and let them sit for a while, and then they pull off the backing paper a-okay. They curl just a little bit. That's just because it's on a continuous decal sheet. But anyway, that's just the nature of it. But anyway, I got about 3/4 of the top of the saucer done. I got to, I'll finish that off probably next couple of days. I have a decal rule, and that means I use 2 decals per day, or I'll do 2 decals in the morning, and I'll do 2 decals in the afternoon. This way you don't get in a hurry. You know, you want to you'll mismatch them or get them crooked. This way you can focus on just 2 decals. You don't have any that actually will fit. You'll have any that'll fall off and be on your hand. Because I've had decals where you've put it down, you looked up, and it's on the bottom of your hand. I've done that. But anyway, I try to do 2 decals per day, and before you know it, you have them all on. That way it doesn't feel like a chore, and it's I know it's kind of boring. It shows progress, but it's going to be a long process. I want to get the top of the saucer of its Aztecs done, and then I'm going to flip it, and then I'm going to do the bottom, because that's basically the longest, and then I can go and do the rest of the ship. Anyway, that's the bigger of the decals. They do sit well. I do have to put a little bit of solution on just to get it to over the like the phaser banks and some of the I'm gonna call them nav lights, the little strobe lights that right there. A little bit of solution, and it just everything fits and is snug. So hopefully a couple more days. I'm probably tomorrow I'll probably take a little day off, because it is model meet night, and we always like to have the BS session in the parking lot. So anyway, decal duty is continuing on with the Pinball Enterprise. The Devil's Anvil. So what I've done so far on here is just taking some pigments and just been going to town. Just now, when I do camo on a tank, I like them very muted. I don't care for really flashy camo. So if you see the browns and the greens, they're really muted, and plus the pigments muted down. I got a lot of pigment on here. You can see where I still need to dust it off, and then I'm going to go back in and put some washes. I like to do washes and pigments basically at the same time. When you get the pigment on, it's already on there, but then I'll do a wash on the road wheels. That way it just gets a little more I want to say grime, or a little more dirt on it. I think it just makes it looks a little more realistic. But anyway, I got the tools painted. I painted most of the tow cables. I'm going to have to go back over and get them just a tad bit darker. But anyway, got the barrel painted, and we're just going along. I'm going to put some Balkan crosses on there, and I think I'm going to do a different one than I did last time. Where is it? I think I may go with the color one. I ain't decided. If not, I may go with them. Little small ones. I think they'll look pretty slick. But anyway, we're not there yet, but we'll get there. I want to do some washes, and then I'm going to do a little bit of not really streaking, but a little more little chips, and just a little bit. We're going to keep the weathering down to a minimum. But anyway, that's where I stand on the Devil's Anvil. So that's a quick update. One to show everyone before I get a little far ahead than what I've done. But anyway, Devil's Anvil is getting some weathering, and the Pinball Enterprise is getting its decals. So that's what I have got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.